Hi guys, it's Sophie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I've created this really soft, subtle glam using Plouise products. You wouldn't believe that I've actually got Plouise on my skin, on my lips, on my eyes, on my brows, literally everything. The only thing that kind of really wasn't Plouise was a powder and my foundation. Everything else on my face is Plouise product. Plouise products are obviously so versatile and I show you how to use loads of them in different ways. Before the video starts, don't forget to subscribe. Go hit that button right now. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see how I created this full face of Plouise makeup, just keep on watching. So the only thing I've done is my base, literally my foundation and my moisturiser and like primer, but I've just done my foundation. I haven't done anything else. I haven't even done my brows because we're going to do them as well. First of all, I'm actually just going to show you my collection. Until I put everything out in front of me, I didn't realise how much Plouise stuff I have. I definitely don't have it all and there's a lot that I don't have, but I had more than I expected that I had. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to show you. So here is my Plouise collection. I don't have a lot, but I still think I have quite a bit. So I have the Secret Centre palette. I have the brow pencil, brow gel. This was the Rumour 2, I think this was 30, however it exploded. So I had to decant it into this pot, but I actually quite prefer it. Then I have Rumour 0, Rumour 3, and that's Rumour 7. I have the pastel bases, I have a hollow gloss and 6 of the new lip bases. I have 4 brights. The acid rain paints, I'm only missing the lavender one of these, but I just didn't think I'd use that one, so I didn't get it. And then I have a crisp finish. So yeah, I don't have a lot, but then I still think I have like a substantial amount. Whereas usually I would do my eyes first, I'm actually just going to finish off my base because obviously I don't want my foundation to crease and everything like that. So we're going to start off with brows. For brows, I'm going to be taking the Plouise Oh So Beautiful brow pencil. This is in the shade Mochaccino. I also have the brow gel, but I don't really tend to reach this. I'm not too sure why, I just don't. The spoolie on it's really big, especially for my brows, like they're not looking as full as they usually do, so definitely today I'm just going to stick with the brow pencil. I've already popped some pear soap through them just to give them a bit of volume. I'm going to take the brow pencil. The end of this is so thin, like it is my perfect brow pencil. It is so gorgeous. So I'm just going to line underneath my brows. It just glides on like it's honestly the most beautiful brow pencil. I think they're about £10, is it? Or like £8. I'm not too sure. I will leave everything down below. It is just such an unreal brow pencil. You can honestly get just the most precise brow kind of shape. For me personally, I don't really create brow hair strokes with it. However, I guess you could, like it is thin enough. Obviously really handy that it's got a spoolie at the other end, so I just literally just brush that product kind of up and into my brows. Don't worry if it's going to look messy because we're just going to carve it out anyway. They currently look so crazy, but I'm just going to carve them out and I'm going to take the world famous, world renowned, whatever it is, the Plouise base. This is in the shade Room 3 to carve out underneath and above. This has been honestly my favourite eye base forever. I think it's everyone's favourite. Obviously, essentially, this made Plouise and honestly changed the makeup game. Taking my Molly O'Brien Jim Bob brush, just literally just going to pack and prep my eyelids. And also carve out underneath. I feel like you don't need a lot, but obviously I use a lot because that's just me. Look how much better that looks already. Crazy. I pretty much go all the way out to my temples and like into my nose just to kind of prep because I never really know what eyeshadow look I'm going to do. So by doing that, I've got everything covered in case I do want to take it out or in, anything like that. If you haven't used this base before, you don't actually set the base. Like if you use a concealer or something, you'd set it. However, you don't have to set this. It literally just stays tacky. And your eyeshadows perform so much better because it's on a tacky base. This Rumour 3 base pretty much matches my foundation anyway, so obviously it'll blend the edges. But it'll blend in pretty nicely, so it's not like a huge white line around my brow. The edges blend away so seamlessly into this foundation as well. I've been loving a more defined brow recently. I honestly go through such stages with my brows, like it's so annoying. But I had a kind of mishap, shall we say. It wasn't the end of the world, but it was a mishap that's caused me my eyebrows. I was using like my facial razor, which I usually do, to just trim my brows, and my hand slipped clearly and I've cut off like my fronts of my brows. It's so annoying. I was like, they're gonna grow back. They have started to grow back already. It's been like a week, so that's fine, but I was like, oh, it's such an inconvenience because I am a like pushed up soap brow queen. For concealer, I'm going to take Rumour 2 of the Plouise base. This was the 30ml one, however, as I said, it had a little explosion, so I had to put it into this pot, but that's like fine by me. It's actually easier to get it out and know how much I've got left, which is quite a lot. I've had this for a while. I'm going to pop it like where I usually put my concealer, so I'm going to put it under my eyes. Now, I've seen so many people say this creates a flawless under eye, which I really need because my dark circles are just ridiculous these days. Just kind of wing it out a bit. When I'm filming this, I haven't actually done makeup in about a week maybe. I went through a stage and I had like all content was done. Obviously, no, I haven't, so I had to film something. But yeah, I was so up to date that I didn't really need to do makeup. I was just focusing on obviously going back to college, stuff like that, which has been great. Whole nother world of freedom, just going back to college. Taking my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to blend that all under. I've been loving using beauty blenders as well recently. Like, I've been a brush girl for about 2 years. So I started off using beauty blenders, then I went to brushes. And I thought I'd never change back until I started my Stacey Marie course. Honestly, you're probably bored of me banging on about this course, but it's just so good. But she uses sponges because, like, on herself, because it just blends everything together. I just forgot how good sponges were and how seamlessly they do blend things together. That does create a beautiful under eye. Let's hope it doesn't crease before eye powder. I think that's like brightened me up completely. I'm going to do some cream contouring. Now, I have the shade Rumour 7. I bought this a while ago to try for cream contouring. I just haven't because I've been loving my other cream products. I'm just going to go little by little and like not go all in at once because I feel like I might scare myself. I'm kind of just going to dab, dab, dab. Oh, that's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. But definitely going at little time. These bases are just so pigmented. That is lovely. I used the littlest bit as well. Oh, so obsessed. The cream contour like bronzer I use is actually like discontinued, so I'm holding on to the one I use as long as possible, but at least I know now that I can use this and it is gorgeous. But 100% a little goes a long way. Like, you don't want to put so much on because you probably just won't blend it out and it will go like really muddy. But if you just build it up, it creates such a gorgeous, I'm obsessed. Pop some on my forehead. It's so hard because the mirror is so far away, so I can't actually see what I'm doing because I usually wear my glasses. That's why I hold that mirror up so close to my face. If you ever see me like so close to my face, it's genuinely just because I can't see. I'm gonna put some under my chin. If you have a darker shade of Plouise, you should have it sitting around and you're like, I wonder what it's like as cream contour. Do it. It's like, this is gonna be my new favourite. I'm so happy I tried this in this video. I'm going to do some cream blush with the basic pastel shades. Now, I mix these shades Cute in Coral and Pretty in Pink together, create the most perfect blush shade, and Plouise actually uses these herself. Before I actually bought them and they came out, because I haven't had them long, I have had them since like Black Friday, I actually used to use the Basic Brights OTT Orange from Plouise. However, this is really bright, like the littlest bit goes the longest way, and it was just so risky doing it over and over. And so I'm really glad I got these because they are like more toned down and natural rather than looking like a clown. But in summer, these are gorgeous. I'm going to put them on my little makeup palette, and I'm actually going to show you how much I use because you do not need a lot. You literally need that. Like, that is all you need. You do not need any more. Please do not do a huge like pump or squirt. It is just not necessary and you will waste so much product. Just give them a little mix. It does not look like a lot at all, and I'm always like, oh, should I add some more? No, don't ever do it. Just taking this Morphe brush and I'm just going to pop some on and then tap off on the palette, just because you don't want to go in and completely put loads on. I'm just going to tap these like on the high points of my cheek. And you can see like that is there, and I've literally just done a couple of taps. These are just so beautiful and so pigmented. I love using these as blushes. The bases also last you the longest time. Like the longest time. Like, they just do not run out. I'm only running out that Rumour 3 because I've been using it so much recently. But they can last so long. I'm just going to go over with my foundation sponge and we're just going to kind of blend and tap the edges out of that, because obviously it's cream products. Haven't used anything powder yet, so everything will blend together lovely. Do you see the difference already? So I'm just going to carry on tapping just so I'm happy with the colour. And go over with my contour sponge as well to blend like the bottom part of that blush. You can also use the shade Winter Rose to create a really nice subtle baby pink blush as well. To set everything in place, I'm going to take just my Laura Mercier translucent honey powder and we're just going to tap over. I'm not going to bake or anything. That's a lot. Whoa. I'm just going to tap all over my face just to set everything in place. Love this powder. Obviously, I really would like Plouise to come out with powders. I think that'd be quite legendary. I'm so happy with how my skin looks. I think it looks really flawless, really like, not natural, but you get like, it just looks so put together. I'm happy with the blush. I'm actually not going to add any powder blush or anything like that. I'm just going to take my Dull Beauty bronzer just to set my bronzer in place and kind of add a bit more dimension. Literally just not adding a lot, like I don't need a lot. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be taking the Plouise Secret Sinner palette. I haven't actually tried this yet. I've recently got this and I was waiting kind of just to try it. So here we are. It is such a stunning palette. You get 18 shades, like such a range of shades as well. So we're just going to go ahead and start. I'm not going to do anything crazy because I actually want to show you how to use the bases to kind of prep for colour as well. Just on a Morphe fluffy brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Fling, which is kind of like a coffee shade, I guess. If I was working with a lot of colour, I would actually put a tiny bit of base back onto my eyes because I've obviously done my skin first. However, for the purpose of this, I'm just not going to because I'm only using brows and I'm not doing a crazy colourful look. I'm just doing a soft glam kind of look. This shade is stunning. No fallout, it's blended out beautifully. I'm keeping the shape quite rounded just because I don't really want to do anything dramatic and not pull it out, so I'm just going to kind of keep it to the shape of my eye. Then taking the shade Love Struck to add a bit more depth. I'm just going to blend that kind of through the crease, just all on my lid. Not blend it upwards because we obviously want to keep the gradient. Them shades are honestly so beautiful together. Now I'm actually going to show you two ways you can use the Plouise bases. So I have a basic pastel shade here and I also have the Mama Mitchell Acid Rain paint in the shade Raver. Let's start with the Acid Rain paint and I'm going to pop it on this eye. Now these are incredible. You don't actually need to use this on anything. I'm just going to show you that you can. I've just taken some onto my palette and I'm just going to take the tiniest bit on my brush. We're just literally just going to pack it on and kind of blend as we go. These are just incredible, like they don't separate or anything. You have a bit of time to work with them and then they also do dry by themselves. And I could leave the eye just like that. And I have this gorgeous like neutral kind of eye. I'm just taking that brush and also I'm just going to add the depth and eyeshadow back into it. And because these dry matte as well, they won't crease and my eyelid is just going to stay like this now. Now on this eye, I'm going to take the shade Winter Rose at the Plouise base and I'm going to do the exact same. I'm going to pop some onto my palette and I'm just going to pop that all on my eyelid. Just kind of wherever you want it. You can do like cut crease or anything like that, just whatever you fancy. Just kind of softly blend the edges, nothing too much. Because obviously now you are putting a genuine cream on top of a powder. Now going in with the brown shades again, I'm just going to softly blend them edges. Wiping off the excess, and I'm going to take the shade More from the Secret Sinner palette. Just pop that all on the top. By using a coloured base underneath that you're kind of putting the same colour on top, it just makes it so much more vibrant and it really sticks. With them Plouise bases, you do have to set them. The Acid Rains one you don't, they dry completely matte, which is this one. However, it is recommended that you put shadow on them just because they will kind of start to crease and they won't set and they'll transfer, so it's just better to crease them. To set them, I mean, sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off camera and put lashes, mascara, highlighter on, and I'm actually going to redo this eye and match it with this one. I just wanted to show you kind of two comparisons of two different Plouise products that you can both use on the eye, which work beautifully. However, I obviously want them to look the same for photos, so I'm going to take this eye off and come back with a kind of completed eye look, and then we're going to move on to the lips, which is the final step. I just finished off my under eye with the same brown shadows and I also popped that Winter Rose base into my waterline. It just adds a really nice pop of colour. If you are putting like bases and stuff into your waterline, just be careful because even though they are made for around your eyes, obviously you don't want to get it in your eye. The lashes I'm wearing are these Eye Candy London L lashes. They're from like False Lashes. We love lashes, you know that. I've also just popped on some Colourpop lip liner. This is in the shade BFF. Go get Colourpop lip liners. They will change your life. And lastly, moving on to lips. I obviously have the Plouise Holo Gloss. This is such like an oldie but a goldie. Literally love it. I have the new Plouise lip bases. I was so excited when she brought these out. Like, I literally, when even she announced that she was bringing them out, I was like, oh my god, no. Because I use the bases as lip products anyway. As I said before, these products are so versatile. You can literally use them for anything, and I did used to use a couple of the Brights bases on my lips, and even the Rumour 2, and then I'd put a clear gloss over the top. Is unreal. So when I heard she was bringing out lip bases, I just knew I had to get them. So I got 6. Obviously I didn't get the whole collection. I think there's maybe 10. This is all I'm going to be wearing from now on. I've tried a few of them and they are just so stunning. And the formula is so nice as well. Today I'm going to be taking the shade Whipped. So it is a nude, but obviously it has a kind of pinky undertone. The only thing I was a bit surprised by is like the tube. It's kind of like a lip balm thing. It's kind of bizarre. I just popped this on to my makeup palette. I'm going to pop a little bit on because obviously once we start doing clients again, I'm going to want to use these on clients, so I haven't been using them on myself. Taking my Peaches and Creams PC55 lip brush. I'm just going to take this and apply it all over the lip. These smell so good. I really can't put my finger on what they smell like. They do smell so good. Is, you know, you get them bags of marshmallows like at a fair or something, you know, the triangular bags. They smell like, when you open that, it smells like a marshmallow, like a flump. Oh my god, I think it smells like a flump. I think that's what it is. That is so stunning. I feel like it's the perfect shade to go with this look as well. It's super pink, super subtle. The formula of them lip products are semi-matte. So they're like not a gloss, but then they don't dry down like full matte. Like if I go like that, I'd get some on my finger, but it's not like slippy, slidey everywhere. And that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed. I loved showing you how to use all the Plouise products that I have and how versatile they are and how honestly you can do nearly a full face. I think the final look turned out so lovely. This is the first time that I've completely done a Plouise full face kind of all together, and I definitely will be using that Rumour 7 as a cream contour like all the time. Like, I'm so obsessed. If you did like the video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and turn the notification bell on so you get notification every time I upload a new video. That is all from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.